Ladies and gentlemen, it feels very good to get out of the last 20 years of gaming. For those that don't know, we've been running a series called Olexa Looks Back on my channel for the past week, where we've been looking at games from the past 20 years that kind of inspired and grew me as a gamer. We're done with that. We're getting back into the modern era, and today we take a look at Million Monster Militia, which has an incredible alliteration. This game released last year, and it is quote-unquote an unhinged roguelike deck builder. And it's a Luck Be a Landlord-like, so it's a slot machine roguelike. It prides itself on you basically having to break the game in order to win. And it just prides itself on kind of chaotic nature. You can see here their latest update added 140 trillion game modes. Due to the amount of mix and matching that you can do. Just seems like a fun game. It's got good reviews on Steam. Let's check it out and play the campaign here. So it is 2073. It's my favorite game on my phone. Just kidding, that's 2048. The United States is under attack, apparently by George Lucas, based on the intro. The once peaceful countryside lies in ruins. The Death Star destroyed Alderaan, besieged by 50 colossal titans, travel the country to assemble a militia, warriors, laser frogs, tax accountants, and sentient plants. Let the battle begin. There's something about laser frogs and tax accountants in the same sentence that really makes me feel like I didn't expect to read that today. So we are traveling to Boston, Massachusetts. It's where I like to begin all of my wars, if I'm honest. Yo, can I fight in Cleveland? I can! Let's go! Dude, hey developer, if you're listening, / watching, can you make it where the boss in Cleveland is me? That would be sick. Okay, the coal shellfish overlord, he's got 120 health, was a humble crustacean living a peaceful life on the ocean floor, yada yada yada, used demonic powers, faces wrath. Okay. Look, I can't read, so it's fine. America's under attack. Hit deploy to deploy your militia randomly. Attack the boss, then the boss attacks you. Recruit new members as synergies. My militia can grow to any size, but a max of 25 are going to be randomly selected to fight. Okay, this is a Mayday button. No clue what it does. I'm also Olexa. I'm not sure where the L went in my name. Maybe it's because I've already taken one. What do we got? We got some lads. They're each doing 1 damage. Can I look at my militia? Here we go. Okay. So I got 5 common humans. My regular freedom fighters. Okay, they each do 1 damage. Cole is having a little bit of a rough time. At least for right now. He's probably going to just, like, body me, though, because that's not going great. So I can add some people to the militia. This is a lot of options and a lot of reading, to be perfectly honest. Skeleton, it's a common, everyone has a skeleton deep inside them. It's spooky, does some damage, that's all. So it's a 1 damage. They're an undead. Something to keep in mind. Roman candle, it's an item, common item. Marks itself for destruction after 5 deployments, but it does hit for 5, which is okay. Seed pod, if adjacent to fire, it transforms into a cycad sprout. If adjacent to water, it transforms into a Venus flytrap, okay? The improvised explosive, 2 times the damage of all deployed units. Marks itself in all adjacent units for destruction. Interesting. I don't really think we want to do that in the early game. We could just kill us. And then a zombie, 50% chance to transform each human into a zombie. After 9 deployments, marks itself for destruction and deals 5 bonus damage. I think this is great. We love the idea of calling our bad units out of our deck, and by bringing in a zombie, there's a chance that he's going to infect our other humans, which are then going to turn them into zombies, which is going to call them from our deck for free, so all of our better things can happen, which I think is good. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's fine. We'll go with that. So another zombie. I'm gonna look at the uncommons first. Transforms adjacent priests into paladins. Adjacent humans get 2 times damage. If not adjacent to any humans for 3 deployments, mark itself for destruction. It's okay, to be honest with you. It's probably going to be fine for a little bit. And every time it sees a human, it's going to go back to 3 deployments. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take the altar. I think that that's interesting. Now we want to really focus on trying to get humans. That would be a pretty big play for us. Wow, you really converted both of them. We need more humans real badly. I mean, you're a human, but you're not really the human I want. Let's take a look at these humans here. This is also interesting. Double the damage of all units for which there are 2 or more currently deployed. But it deals a damage to me. That's interesting. Unmark all humans, beasts, and monsters in any 2 square radius for destruction. We're not destroying the humans, we're just turning them into zombies. Mark adjacent books for destruction. Receive permanent +1 to its base damage each time. Adjacent beasts and plants do additional bonus damage. Sure, let's take the biologist. And then we want to take books. Dude, there's a lot of synergies that we're already kind of seeing. You're also interesting. Only attacks every other deployment, but it's 7 damage each time. Cannot be destroyed when it doesn't attack. Every 10 deployments permanently gains +10 to its base damage. Dude, I think early on we should be taking this sucker. I know we wanted humans, but this is going to... That's going to get really strong over the course of the game. I think we want to go all in on that. Am I kind of losing it that I don't think we're killing this guy? I mean, he's giving me a rough time right now. Barbarian, deal the player's missing health as bonus damage, +5 bonus damage if he's deployed in the front row. I'm gonna tell you, I like this, okay? I like this. I also think this priest is kind of crazy. I think this priest is really good. Because he's going to kill our zombies now and gain damage each time he does it. And then I can... Man, I need the damage. I'm going to take the priest. I think that the priest is kind of good. So the priest now, unfortunately, is not going to be able to do much on this one. I would really like that barbarian back. He was pretty sick. I can also reroll. Let's keep that in mind. Transforms adjacent units into the next one in the list. Transforms each adjacent unit into the next one in the list. Scrap metal to empty canister to silver to gold to scrap metal and randomly duplicating. So I would need those in order to do it. Kind of in my opinion. I think this is a reroll for me. I'd really like a human here. I also think another priest is not a bad thing. It's just a little scary, is all. Jason, books, and water. We also could have gone with the giant rat play, but give me another priest. Once again, not next to a zombie. You might get converted. Not the end of the world if he gets converted. What the heck just happened to the one guy? I don't know. Okay, we need some humans. Permanent +5 damage to each adjacent human. That seems kind of decent for me. If it hits my priest, that's huge, right? I think I can humor that. Bro, I'm really having a rough time right now. It did hit 2 of my humans, but which did a lot of damage, all things considered. I mean, that's not bad at all. What's the Mayday button? Do 10 times your last attack damage. 39, I got 3 turns to do it. I'm gonna kind of pretend that this is gonna be fine. Yo, we have no units. We have no units. Right? Like, we're really having a tough time. I got 6 units, 2 paladins, the Terra Creeper, my altar, a zombie, and a civilian. I mean, we ain't doing much damage here. Let's see. We need a big hit. Double the damage of all adjacent units. I think you have to do this in the hope of it going okay. This is also interesting. Transform civilians into soldiers if adjacent to 2 civilians gains permanent +1. But we would need a way to get more civilians. But you're a +2 damage, and you're another human, so there is value here. I mean, you get ×2'd. We got a chance, brother. I mean, we got a chance. The zombie has been called out of our deck. I need 17 damage to survive. Give me just a plain old civilian. We can always Mayday button if we need to, but we have killed him. Okay. So I take my victory. A lot trickier than I thought it was going to be. We're now moving to Providence, Rhode Island, and I'm ready. The Mekla Shakrobodied the NP Robot. Okay, sure, you got 210 damage that I gotta do to you. You can read this if you'd like. I'm gonna click ahead. I like the art in this game, too. Basic pixel art, but very, very well done. Fits the vibe of the game pretty well, in my opinion. Alright, the squad's still fine, in my opinion. I mean, this paladin is up to 12 damage that it's doing per turn, which is pretty decent. If this ever deals more than a quarter of the boss's full health, transform itself into a holy cow, what in the world? I did not read that initially, but I'm very intrigued to see what happens with that. So another soldier is not needed, I don't think. Deal bonus damage equal to the total amount of health you've lost this run. That's gonna do like 8 damage out the rip. I think that's not a bad item. I also think that there's a monster play here that we can go with. Like, we do already have another monster, right? So, there's a world in which the more monsters we get, the better this is going to go. If we can get some good synergies. I really don't need another priest. Oh, wait a minute. The altar turned my priest into a paladin. Grants adjacent humans 2 times damage. I mean, dude, I'm gonna tell you. I think another altar, like, kinda goes crazy for that 2 times damage bonus. Right? Like, these guys are now... They're doing a chunk of damage, for sure. I think this is decent. I think we want to go with a primarily human deck. I think you can just add a civilian, because it's just gonna make another soldier, right? Which I think is fine. But let's take a look at this. Gains +5 damage for each opponent unit whose multiplier is 0. This we don't want, because we're running a multiplier deck with the altars. If not adjacent to water, adds a water. Do I need a whale? I'm not sure I need a whale right now. Adds an exact duplicate of a random adjacent unit to your militia. An exact duplicate. I mean, that's really decent. If it hits our... Yeah, you know what, dude? This could hit this guy, which is currently buffing, right? It could hit... Well, it's going to hit this guy. Do I mind that? I don't think I mind that. I think it's fine. You could also dupe the altar. I'm chill with any of this. I'm intrigued to see what you dupe. We'll find out on the next turn, I suppose. 20% chance to receive permanent +10 base damage. Reduce the boss's attack by 1. Always has a % chance to mark itself for destruction equal to its base damage. Okay, so it's going to go up by 10, and then, yeah, I get you. Not too concerned about you. I really don't care about the undead either. Yeah, I really don't care about the undead zombie now. I'm scanning the rest of this, and I don't really like any of them, to be honest. So this is a reroll for me. We do have another soldier, which is fine, but I don't think it's great. Permanent +1 damage to each adjacent unit. I think this is good because of our multipliers, right? So we end up buffing our units so that the multiplier then is worth even more. And it marks itself for destruction, right? Which, you know, one-time use, buffing all 3 of these is fine, right? You're then getting a 2 times bonus. I mean, we're bodying this turn very, very easily. And I think that's fine. I don't need another soldier. Here's the laser frog. 3 bonus damage for any deployed water. It's just intriguing. I don't know. I'm okay with it. But I don't think I'm going to be running water today. Protects adjacent units marked for destruction. Don't really care about that either. This is a reroll. Anarchist and Writer. So destroy adjacent empty canisters, adding 11 grenades to your militia. For each adjacent grenade, claymore, and an improvised explosive, do 2 times damage. Destroy adjacent empty containers. So I do not have any adjacent empty containers, but I don't know if like the cloning chamber turns into an empty container. I got no clue. Add a book to your militia if fewer than 5 are deployed. After generating 10, mark itself for destruction. Then our paladins, this font is like horrible to read. I know that there was, I think it was the priest. We've turned our priests into paladins, unfortunately. The priest had benefits with the books. I just don't think I care about the books. So I'll take the anarchist. It's not going to do anything right now, but if I get an empty canister, then it's going to fill our entire board. You're doing 16 damage this round, which is very solid. This is a huge overkill. I mean, 70 damage on a round, I think has to be good. So we're moving to New Hampshire. 360 on Pan, Lord of the Dark Hero. Send me in. I'm ready for a good time. Deploy me. Things are going okay. You've duped my paladin, I believe, which is not horrible. I mean, he's got 6 damage on him. I think that's fine. There goes my cloning machine. Now, it did not leave an empty canister, I don't think, but here's an empty canister. So yeah, send me in, right? Here's the biologist. He just marks books for destruction, but receives a permanent +1 each time. I don't really think I care about you. I think you take the empty canister and you let her rip. Look at the 2 times is going on here, dude. 24 damage, 24 damage. I mean, this is a monster amount. There's 126 damage on that turn. This is how the game's supposed to be played. It scales up like a lot. It goes crazy. You do 2 times the damage of all deployed units, but then you kill everybody. So this is like psycho mode. I think we can just take a barbarian, and that fits into our deck really nicely. He's not in the front row, but it is what it is. You know, we're doing 73 damage a turn still. I think that's pretty okay. Berserker, whenever your health is below 25%, this deals additional damage equal to the sum of all deployed units' base damage. That is an absolutely absurd unit. You take that every day of the week. That's gonna be nuts. Like, are you seeing? We've got some people's base damage. This dude's base damage is 17 right now, and continuing to rise as the game goes on. That Berserker is going to be absolutely nuts. I love it. Mark Undead for destruction. +3 bonus damage to adjacent books and water. I think you just want to improve people's base damage with another gold here. So take that. Keep in mind that you're going to have, there's the grenades. Okay. So what do the grenades do? 50% chance to mark an adjacent unit for destruction. Terrifying. That's obviously like, it's kind of terrifying. Probably shouldn't have done it, but it is going to make that one guy insane. So Bernie Sanders, hell's hottest hotshot. Bernie Sanders. Wow. Okay. Welcome to New Hampshire. Vermont. We're probably in Vermont. Is that? No, we're in Portland, Maine. Never mind. I've been to Portland, Maine. Very nice city. Okay. This is horrifying. I mean, like, literally terrifying. Ton of damage, but you're going to nuke half of my units. It's just bad. Okay. Well, we lost an altar. I would like to bring back an altar. Yeah, I'd like to bring back an altar. The writer is also interesting, but I'd like to bring back an altar. Yeah, I'd like to bring back an altar. Quick scan, you gotta... Look, if you want me to sit here and read you every option, maybe try Audible. Okay, Pacifist transforms adjacent soldiers into civilians, but this gives the boss a chance to do 0 damage. It's interesting. I don't care, but it's interesting. Deal 1% of the boss's max health as damage if in the 3rd row, 2 if in the 4th, 3 if in the 5th. It's really fascinating, actually. I think that that's a good unit. I'm going to take it. So my archer is in the 1st row, so it's doing, like, absolute doggy water in terms of damage. But in the future, it's going to do great. I'm excited for the opportunity. Chemical drum. Just F off. I don't care about a chemical drum here. We don't have any fire. It's all good. I'm not too concerned. Golden goo. Transform adjacent gray goo into golden goo. How about you goo right off? I'm going to move into here. How about the tax accountant? If the unit addition choices are not already being affected, apply permanent +1 base damage to all deployed units. Your next unit selection will all be common. Permanent +1 base damage to all deployed units. So it's going to do that 5 times. Like, obviously we take that. Buffing base damage of all of our guys makes us really, really strong. It's a no-brainer, to be honest with you. The more we buff base damage, the better off we're going to be. I do not want any of these units. I would like to re-roll. We do have fire. Androids, double the damage of all adjacent units this deployment, then mark you for destruction. It's just a right now opportunity. They're all commons because of our tax accountant, by the way. I think that we're fine with a power pellet. It'll buff us in the right now. I mean, look at this. It's gonna be a ton of damage, man. Yeah, it's 359 damage on that turn. Bernie Sanders got obliterated. Send me to Vermont. This is where I would have expected to see Bernie Sanders. Who's here? This is Rorabo Rosaboat. Who came up with these names? I want to speak to them. I don't know how I feel about any of them. Okay, this is good damage to start. And the archer in the back row. So you're doing 3% of his health. What is 3% of 1100? 1100 times 0.03. He's doing 33 damage on this turn. From 1 unit, or 38. Who's keeping track? That's a really solid amount of damage. 178 in the first round is really, really good for this. So I like it. Gold is solid. The soldier's solid. I think you just take the gold. You're in tax accountant round, so that was going to be all kind of janked up. All of you gaining. I mean, you're going up to 12 base damage now. Eventually, you're going to turn into a holy cow, and it is what it is. I don't know what a holy cow is. I have to imagine it's possibly a bad thing. But I don't know. Maybe I'm going to look at it and go, holy cow. That's amazing. So what do I know? These are trash. these are garbage. I'm re-rolling you. We can take a soldier. They're pretty trash. I'm going to take a soldier. That's fine. I just want to make sure that we're continuing. You've been marked for... Oh, this is the tax accountant. Okay, so you're out of here. But you've buffed all the people around you. We love that for you. I mean, our squad is doing fantastic, man. We've done 700 damage so quickly. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The civilian's fine. I think you can do better. Well, we can't do better. These are not better. Just give me another gold. Slow permanent buffs, okay? Very, very slow permanent buffs. When the altars hit, I would love another altar. I mean, another altar pops up. It's a no-brainer, in my opinion. Alright, who's Dar? 2 times damage for every adjacent beast. We're not running a beast build. So, unfortunately, not very good. If your unit selection rarity is not already being modified, mark itself for destruction. Your next will only include rare of very rare units. Small typo. I'm going to take this. Because I think that getting... Oh, I love the art for that. I think getting a very rare human could end up being... like a huge benefit for us. What the hell? We're going to Canada? America was under attack, not Canada. Okay. Bernie's dog unleashed. Okay. I can't tell if this game is political or not. And I don't want to think about it, is my new opinion. Okay, the secret chest. I might still be in common. 357 damage, bro. I might still be in common hell right now, but I think here we go. This is what we're looking for. What is this? Okay, what about the Reaver? If it can find a random deployed common unit, mark it for destruction. If that happens, prevent your health from falling below 2. It's crazy. I mean, it's obviously very interesting. But, I don't really care. I don't think. Randomizer, this is just, it's just a mess. When deployed, 25 randomly selected units will be deployed for the next round. Like, absolutely not, is my opinion. Now, the Lawyer is interesting. Gain a permanent +2 base damage whenever its multiplier or bonus damage is boosted. That's a high chance with the altars, but it's going to start adding giant rats to my militia. If fewer than 3 giant rats are deployed, 10% chance to add one. So you're going to be sending rats into my build, which I don't think is a bad thing if we play our cards right. I think that I am going to take the Lawyer because he has the ability to gain some juice as time goes on. Are you the Lawyer? No, you're the Anarchist. You're the Lawyer. So you've already been buffed, so your base damage has already gone up. Doing 247 damage a turn. Okay, we got a soldier, we got another altar. I told you, if the opportunity presents for another altar, you just take it. We got some spicy 32 damage, 28 damage. I like it. 301 damage, pretty good. A rat has been deployed. I saw the damn rat. We need to figure out a way to do these rats, man. The biologist is maybe it, right? Adjacent beasts doing additional bonus damage. I think we can do better, though. I really do. Transforms adjacent units. Grants adjacent units +1 bonus damage. Transforms adjacent were-dragons into a monster hunter. I like Trevor. Trevor the demon. Transform water into whiskey. Little did I know I'm Trevor. We could also empty canister and then blow up the whole squad, but that seems very not intelligent. Give me the silver, I guess. And then we'll keep our eyes peeled for a were-dragon, I guess. I mean, +1 damage is fine. It's just bonus damage, not base damage. But I mean, it fills a spot. We're still not at 25 units, so keep it going, right? Priest we don't care about. Internal Affairs Officer. Here we go. Allows the ability to super protect a unit, removing IAO instantly. No clue what that means. Can also dismiss a unit once per round up to 3 times and removes IAO. I don't really care. We can use it to get rid of the rats, but I don't really care. Groper's bad. Laser Frog's bad. Unifier Machine. If your currently deployed units include monsters, humans, and demons, they all deal 2 times damage this round. Whoa. That's kind of nuts. Now, the were-dragon could get transformed into a monster hunter, which was the whole point of us taking the silver. We have no clue what that means for me, but you are an uncommon and you are very rare. I need to get some demons in the damn deck, brother, okay? What the hell is this? The Unifier Machine. Okay, gotcha. So you got 2 out of 3. We gotta get some damn demons in the deck. It's going to present us with some really fun opportunities if we can get some demons in the deck. So, no demons here. Do I want any of this? The answer is also no, so re-roll. The Rat King. Oh, we're in. Mark adjacent giant rats for destruction. Permanently doubles its own damage for each until it reaches 10% of the current boss's max health. Send it? I mean, it's never been more sent in my life. Give me the Rat King. The king of all rats. And now you're going to kill all of my rats, which is a blessing. I know it doesn't look like a blessing because we don't have the board completely filled yet. Let's go. We're in Cleveland. The Chonk Demon. Okay. I'm in. Incredible. I'm ready to fight the Chonk Demon. This is kind of what Cleveland looks like. Okay. Rat King. 1 rat dying. We love that. Everybody do a bunch of damage. 430, not horrible. We're gonna have to start getting more damage going, though. Okay, now you can take the Were-Dragon. Because we don't actually care about the Were-Dragon, but I want to know what the Monster Hunter is. Although I have a feeling I know what the Monster Hunter is. He's gonna hunt my monsters. Maybe I've made a mistake. Have I made a mistake? I potentially have made a mistake. I suppose we'll find out shortly. I'm gonna re-roll this. Electromagnetic Pulse allows you to remove all instances of a specific unit. I think for what it's worth, that is valuable. So let's take it. And then we have to take a look at what's going on here. For the record, this menu sucks. Not intuitive at all. Here's my electromagnetic pulse. I can use that to get rid of some units. This guy did 400 damage on this turn. Double altar back row archer. Pretty friggin' good. Okay, that's pretty friggin' good. We love that. We need to wait until we are getting a... There's no demons here. You're interesting. Total amount of health you've lost this run. It is still interesting. I'm gonna re-roll this though. Engineer, when deployed, add 3 additional squares to your battlefield. Yo. I mean, like, cool. I'm so chill with that. That's just more people that can exist, right? So I think that's great. Soldier has 120 damage right now. Here's my engineer. So you have 3 additional squares to my battlefield. Where did you put them, though? Is that what these are? So now stuff can go into those rows? I got no clue. But you're interesting, to say the least. Like, I'm with it. Have you converted my Were-Dragon yet? No, he's still chilling. Keeping my eyes on it. No demons here. So give me a reroll. Still actively looking for demons. I'd take a civilian. You can also just power pellet and like really kill him, but I guess just give me a civilian. We'll get another soldier. You know, more humans is not a bad thing, I'm gonna tell you. That's a bad place for the silver, but it's fine. We will kill him on the next turn here. Game developer. Deployed units with 0 base damage receive this unit's base damage. Receive a permanent +1 base damage for each round this happens. It's a pretty low chance that that's ever going to fire, unfortunately. So I got no real interest in doing that. This is a reroll. Mad Scientist transforms each adjacent human into a randomly selected human. It's horrifying. It is actively horrifying. Give me a giant rat. The Rat King will take care of that giant rat. And I know what you're saying. You're like, Tyler, why you should never put in a rat. I disagree, because we can just continue to buff the Rat King. So, into Detroit we go. Diabeat the Sugar Lord. I can't with these names, man. Keep the good times rolling. What else we got kicking in here? Okay, you're doing your thing. Patiently waiting for my Were-Dragon to get beefed up, but not yet. The Barbarian's fine. But I don't think that he's good enough. We're into synergistical scenarios now. So I think you take the secret chest. The goal is to get some kind of rare, very rare to go crazy in this build. You're doing 72 damage. Any crazy stats? 226 on the Archer. The Archer has proven to be very, very solid. And I like it. What do you got? No, we do have a demon. If you're at 4 health, transform an adjacent human into a vampire. Add +1 to the boss's damage. This would give us a 2x bonus, though. It is going to remove humans and turn them into vampires, and I have no clue what a vampire does. Which is a little scary. 5% chance this will deal 40% of the boss's current health. Dude, I mean, that's crazy. That's a potentially he's doing like 2,500 damage. But it's a potentially. I feel like I need to take the demon. But it's also, I mean, that's a lot of humans getting converted into vampires. And we have no clue what vampires do. This could kill the entire run, but I'm curious, okay? Now everybody gets ×2 damage, so we're going to hit like a frickin' horse now. There's 1,100 damage. But then the vampire is going to convert, well, he's going to convert people into vampires. No clue if he was next to somebody that did. So it is what it is. Give me a reroll here. We got more soldiers. You got another demon. Random beast for destruction. I'd prefer you didn't. We found a demon that, well, I suppose it destroys humans, but I think give me the biologist, because at least he buffs the rat and the ratsa when they're in place. 656 damage is not very good. Okay, so I believe we now have a vampire. Keep in mind this is doing 2 damage because of the fact that we're doing the vampire nonsense. I'm going to re-roll this. I didn't really like any of those. I mean, a power pellet is not very useful, but it's better than nothing. So now we have a vampire, I think. I don't know which one of these is a vampire. Maybe we don't actually have a vampire. I mean, we can see this. Silver destroyed itself. Berserker transformed into a vampire, and Were-Dragon turned into a vampire, or a monster hunter. Marks a random monster for destruction and adds that unit's base damage to its own. I'm going to tell you right now, I'd like to use the electromagnetic pulse on my monster hunter, because I don't want to lose our monsters, because they're good. And we need the monster in order for that one thing to work. So then the vampire, fully drain the base damage of all adjacent humans, beasts, and monsters, permanently adding that to its own base damage, and you can't be destroyed. Okay, the vampire is kind of insane. This is kind of nuts, to be honest. I'd like to remove... Bro, it is impossible to tell who you're removing. Who is the monster hunter? Which one of you is the monster hunter? You're the vampire? Bro, that is not a vampire. You're the paladin, soldier. Here's the monster hunter. You're a cheerleader. I'm so confused. We need you to go, okay? I want you to remove all... How do I use this? I don't know how to use you. I mean, I have you set to remove all. Maybe I just attack now? Are you marked for removal? Yeah, okay, you're out of here. But you removed, like, all my other stuff. What the heck? Okay. I might die here, because I went for some weird things. But that's okay. I mean, I'm chill with doing weird stuff and trying to make strange things happen. Give me a gold for this round. We did 1,300 damage that round. I mean, this is really solid. If only you were, like, a little bit more buffed. I mean, that's still pretty good. 789 damage. Okay, we'll kill you on the next round for sure. The giant rat we don't care about. The gold I'm okay with, but I think you can do better. Capacitor just kind of exists. If you deal more damage in a round than you did this run, double its base damage. If you deal more damage in a round than you did this run, what? That's like never gonna fire. Right? I'm so confused. That's never gonna fire. Give me the Varroa Destructor now. Solely because his base damage is surprisingly great. And then he'll get turned, the vampire will suck him, right? Oh, the vampire is really not sucking right now. Very much. Fully drain the base damage of all adjacent humans, beasts, and monsters. So you have had your base damage drained. But he's not adding to you. So I'm very confused. Why are you getting marked with something? Maybe you were draining. I don't know. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm starting to lose. I can't follow what's going on anymore, man. There's so much happening. Fluffykins, the annihilator of cities. Okay. Deploy. Squad is doing stuff. ×2 on all of these guys. Why do you not have a ×2 though? Because no. They all deal ×2 damage this round. You should be making them deal 2 times damage. Why are they not dealing 2 times damage, my guy? They're an undead. They're an undead. Okay, that's pretty bad, actually. That's surprisingly not great. Now that I think about it, I think we're cooked. I think all of a sudden we are kind of cooked. Give me a civilian. We're getting all these vampires, but we're losing the ×2 bonuses that we've needed this entire time. I mean, these guys are doing a crap load of damage. I mean, this vampire's got 285 base damage, and he's about to have like another huge chunk. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. We can take more altars, but unfortunately the altars are not really useful because I got a million vampires, brother. I mean, this guy's doing 1800 damage, which is okay. Okay. Maybe we got something. We need a buff to undead, right? I mean, increasing base damage is still valuable, but a multiplier bonus to undead. Okay, we're doing 6,500 damage a turn. Maybe I knew what I was doing. Oh god, they've turned into holy cows, brother. Okay, we don't know what the holy cows are. This is Thing X. I think we've broken the game. While you are at 1 health, all units do additional 3 times bonus damage. I mean, we just did 20,000 damage. Okay. For anybody that was like, Tyler, you made a bad mistake. I did not make a bad mistake. I'm kind of cooking. We're no longer dealing in thousands, by the way. We've just gone to normal numbers, which makes life pretty easy. I mean, how do you make this build better at this point? Like, there's not really much you can do, so to speak. Because it's just a matter of, like... It's a matter of the vampires just kind of existing. I don't know what you add. I mean, like, a power pellet is friggin' hilarious. But it's not helping us as we move forward. And then the fact that we do an additional 3 times damage at the end is friggin' crazy. It's crazy. It's an additional, like, 9 times damage because I got 2 holy cows in the deck, I think. It's a 17,000 turn? Okay. Welcome to Milwaukee. The turns are going quick now. And I don't hate it. I mean, that's not a great turn. 6,000 damage. You ate my altar. I don't really care either, because my altar doesn't really matter anymore. Right? Anything of value here? Just give me a power pellet. Let's try to do a crap ton of damage. I mean, that's gonna be not that good. Never mind. That was still 26,000 damage. One can argue that that's probably potentially pretty okay. Randomly applies 0, 2, or 3 times damage to all deployed units. Just on the chance that it applies 3 times to a vampire, we're gonna be in good shape. That's the end of the run. I would be very interested to see how far that could go, but obviously we did okay. That was a little wacky. So I take my win. The war for American independence has begun. It's very exciting. After a long, I love these fireworks. After a long, hard-fought battle, you have freed 12 of the 25 northern states. Their denizens can breathe easier, knowing that they won't be crushed on the way to the store by the evil Mekla Chakrabati or subjected to the scalding politics of Bernie Sanders. Okay, the game is political, but as you read this, new threats emerge. Over the horizon, you see the menacing forces of dozens of invading bosses determined to crush and assert their dominance over this fine country. Only you stand between them and wholesale destruction. Million Monster Militia. What a game. There's more content to see, obviously. If you did not pick up on the fact that the campaign, there's more going on here. So that was just mission 1. We now got mission 2. We also can change our starting squad in here to like a lot of different things, including many that are coming soon. And obviously the difficulty, this is standard, this is hard. And then mission 3 is hellish, mission 4 is very hard. And you got weird modifiers that are going to go on. So a lot of content to be had in this game. I enjoyed this one a lot. It's a good take on the slot machine roguelike genre. A lot of synergies that exist. A lot of different ways to win. And the game's pretty active in adding more content. So if you're looking for a new slot machine roguelike, good one for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching. As always, liking the video, much appreciated. I'll see you soon for more Olexa look content. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.